Yo, it's G Money to Push on Taste Radio. You know, now, when you hear my voice on this show, 9 times out of 10, the guest that I have knows how to rap really, really well, like professional rappers. And I have another one today. You bound to hear triple entendres at all his concerts. Main event, Nym Lo, the big horse. It's good.
Yo, what's going on, G?
You like that right there.
That's fine, man. Yeah. Thank you for having me, man.
Hey, man, thanks for being here. I knew we were going to do this. I told you before we started rolling that I was at the Who's Next concert posted right in the front.
Right.
You know, they had the whole media box. Everybody wants to go. We got some standing right here. And you came out there with the mink on. You had the cleat. Right. You were smiling.
Yeah.
You were talking. And I was like, I'm going to catch him on the show.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's a fact, man.
So I figured for this interview, you know, the fans get to know you, part of you through your music. Mm-hmm. But if they really listen to your music, they know a couple of things that are staples and certain things that Nym Lo appreciates. So do you remember your first piece of Polo? Lo?
Nah. My first piece?
You don't remember the first piece?
Mm-mm.
Now, was there a piece or an era that inspired you to really go? Because we're going to explain the name, Nym Lo, right?
Somewhere around, I want to say maybe 06, 07, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when I like really started gravitating towards it. You know, they was doing a lot of rafting series, shit like that. You know, shit that just look cool because, you know, a lot of people don't know, but like, I'm a Nautica baby, you know what I'm saying? Like where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, where we used to be at and projects and all that shit, we always used to wear Nautica bucket hats, swimming trunks with the Polo, you know what I'm saying, Polo shirts. So once Polo started, you know, making things to me that I felt reminiscent of that, I started fucking with them, and then, you know, I ain't never stopped.
So were you inspired by the low life movement?
Of course. I got my L's right here.
Yeah,
Low
I
life.
already
You know
know.
what I'm saying? Like, Thirst is my man. You know what I'm saying?
Thirsty.
I got my L's from him, you know what I mean? Out in Miami and all that. But yeah, you know, low life.
It's a big part of the culture. Like low life's the whole movement, that street culture, that's
Facts.
the flyness.
Facts.
I seen you got 183rd in here.
Facts.
Genius the boards, and he be load up crazy.
All day.
We wanted to introduce y'all to Nym Lo, so you can tell listeners how'd you get that name or go about choosing Nym Lo. We talked about the Polo.
Well, yeah, that my original name, I used to battle rap. So I came up with a lot of battle rappers in my area and all that shit. So my original name was Nemesis. Mm-hmm. And that meant like unbeatable foe. Like, you know, nigga, you can't beat, you know what I mean? And then as I transitioned into the, you know, with the fashion and all that, I was just like Nym Lo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just short and sound a little cooler.
Now, we spoke about the Lo. In your music, you paint pictures, you do it very well from Harlem. When did BMW become the car of choice for Nym Lo? We got to talk about these things you appreciate and love.
You caught me on guard with that one. That was good. I got my first Beamer probably, I want to say maybe 2014. Either 2014 or 2015. It was a drop top 6 series. And I was just in love after that because I had a Benz before that. And I had them at the same time, but I had the Benz first, and I had a coupe. It was I wouldn't say a CLK 500.
The CLK was hard.
And once I got the 6, I'm like, oh nah, these Beamers, the handling is just different. Like I always, when I talk to people, because you know we always had a Mercedes Beamer argument. I'm like, yo, Mercedes is the car to be driven in, and Beamer's a car to drive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the handle is different. So once I got that, then I had the 6, then I got the 7. Once I got the 7, I was turned out.
Going.
Like, that 7 is crazy.
Yeah, he dropping packs off the Beamer, the 4 series, the 6 series.
Yeah, in fact, that's the
yeah. All right, so we're getting into the thick of things now. Let's talk about the bubbles. Your drink of choice.
Yeah, man. Find the finer things. You know what I mean? Like listen, man. I used to sit on the stoop and chug a gallon of Henny with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? All the homies and all that shit, man. But you know, as I evolve, so does my palate, so does the things that, you know, the things I feel like doing, you know what I mean? So that's how that really happened, you know what I mean? I don't smoke, so,
Yeah.
you know, drinking, that's my vice, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's like, I can't drink Henny all day, can't drink Henny all week, you know what I mean? So, you know, give me some sham, you know what I'm saying? As the pockets grow, then you're able to be able to indulge.
As you should, celebrating. So you dropped a lot of projects that I really appreciated. Mm-hmm. Even with the collaborative efforts like with Smoke Dizza, but like the 4 series we talked about, Big Horse, High Horse 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. Now, you've been teasing a full length with Static Selektah.
Mm-hmm. Shout out my man Static.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about the single right now, The Kid from the Town, mm-hmm. with Currency.
Yeah. We got together, I want to say a couple years back, and we shot the video, you know what I'm saying? Me and Static, me and Static, we was in the studio and he was making a beat, you know what I mean? Like me and Static will go in there and he'll be like, yo, you want to cook from scratch or you want to listen to beats, you know what I'm saying? So depending on what mood I was in, what kind of type of time constraints I was dealing with. So, you know, when I wanted to cook from scratch, he started going through the vinyl, pulling some samples, throwing it on the turntable and all that shit. So when he started playing that sample and he put the drums to it, I'm just like, yo, this shit is hard. It was giving me the Nas, I Know I Can vibes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just, mm-hmm. It was real friendly, real hip hop, you know what I'm saying? But it was still hard at the same time. And as I'm listening to it, I heard 2 people. I heard Spitter and I heard 2 Chainz, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So after me and him did our thing on the record, me and Static, you know what I'm saying, I laid my verses and all that shit. I'm just like, yo, I want to get one of these 2 on here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Spitter was actually the first to reach back, and he sent the verse back like a day or 2. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, that was natural selection right there. So he posted the shit on the gram. I woke up to it, like bunch of follows, bunch of likes. I'm like, what the fuck? I look, I see he posted the verse that you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah, it's game time. You know what I'm saying? So then after that, a couple months later, I went out to NO, you know what I'm saying? Got with him, me and Third, you know what I'm saying? And we you know what I'm saying? We did what we do, you know what I'm saying? For just fucking with him and his element. And it was cool to see, you know what I'm saying? Like he the man out there. They fuck with him. We went to Jet Life headquarters. They had the car clubs and all that shit. Doing it, you know, all the fly dope shit out there.
Yeah. He raps. It's like certain production, when you hear certain rappers, again, you heard the song, you knew who you wanted to get on it, man. Like Currency comes from that same type of cloth. And it's like, for me, the music that you're making with 183rd and keeping it so New York, it's like, you hear plenty of sounds that are similar to it, but it's nothing like hearing it and it's still New York, but right now. Right. It's like putting the low with the Dior and you paying homage to the past, but trying to keep it fresh and new.
Facts.
Before that single, we were talking about Exuma Island, where your son's grabbing iguanas by the tail.
Yeah, my little man Cargo, man, he was fearless out there, man. We went. It's a little island over there in Exuma called Iguana Island, and it's literally a patch of land with nothing but iguanas, no humans, no nothing. It's just, and it's like 1,000 of these. It's like not dead ass. Like when you pulling up on the boat, because they used to people pulling up on the boat to come feed them. So when you pull up on the boat, they all come to the shore. Shit looked like Jurassic Park. Like, it was crazy. I had to ask dude on the tour. I'm like, yo, is safe? You know what I'm saying? Because them niggas was front and center, but, you know, they wind up being real cool. They eat grapes and shit. So, shit, kind of like myself. So, yeah, man. It was real dope, though. Yo, he was there. He grabbed the tail and shit. He playing in the sand. They all around him and shit. Like, we was more scared for him than he was. You know what I mean?
You telling the whole story, painting the picture, right? The whole song said the white folks looking at my jewelry.
Yo, that was real. That was real shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, some of these places you go, they not used to seeing people that look like us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they will ask, like, you know, what do you do? Who are you? Where you from? You know what I'm saying? And I let them know, like, yo, I'm a recording artist born in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here with my son and my wife. It's loving my life. You know what I mean? Like, real shit. Like, that's what was going on at the moment. You know what I mean?
You talk about your family all the time, man. You got your little man on the cover of the Hot Horse too.
Yeah, man.
So family is very important to you.
Oh man, that's what keep me centered, man. They the reason for my success. You know what I'm saying? They the reason that I push so hard. I mean, if it was only me, I'd probably be doing something else somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But and make me want to perform and achieve at the highest levels to be able to provide and give them what they need and what they want. You know what I mean?
Absolutely right. So Exuma Island is going to be on the project as well?
Facts.
All right. So when do we get in the project?
It's out now, man. Everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Check your DSPs. Check the vids on YouTube. It's everywhere.
Yeah, and I know you're going to let that marinate for a minute, but I'm sure right around the corner or whenever you feel there's going to be another project with 183rd.
That's a fact. We've been working on that for the last few months. You know what I'm saying? We got so much work. We was just talking like, yo, man, like this is going to be hard to pick from. Like, so we thinking about chopping it up into a series of EPs because it's too much. We got fire, we got features, we got, we do us.
I know what's going on, man. Like I'm running around. Even at the concert, 183rd, right there, he got the laptop doing the interview. He right there, he on you.
Yeah. Like that's how we move. We move as a unit. You know what I'm saying? Like we coming up in the ranks together, man. We gonna get rich together. So
Absolutely.
That's how we moving.
Outside of this, right? On top of the music, the traveling, you're an entrepreneur as well, right?
You did your research, huh?
Come on, big horse. What's up, bro?
Yeah, man, I own a beauty salon and excuse me, in the Castle Hill section of the Bronx. It's called The Hair Law by K Styles. That's my wife, you know what I'm saying? She do hair. She's, master stylist, or open up the salon for her and, get busy and just have a family business, you know what I'm saying? Have some revenue where we control what goes on. We control our hours, we control the prices, we control everything, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I wanted the fans and the listeners to get to know you a little better. They listen to Nym Lo, he talking that shit.
Right.
But give the people something that they may not know about Nym Lo. Just
shit,
by often.
You done covered you.
Don't look, I could go pull some other shit out this hat right now. But it was a pleasure having you here.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me.
Loving the work that you've done up until this far. So we want to hear that project with Static Selektah.
Yeah, man, go check that out, man. I got my brother Dave East on there rocking with me. That was the first single I dropped. Mm-hmm. Got Spitter, got Bun B is on there as well. Okay. My man Terminology, shout out to him. He actually connected the dots with me in Static, Planet Asia, Rome Streets. You know what I'm saying? And I like to get together with other niggas that really do this. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It ain't always about who the littest at the moment. It's like who I respect as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that I connected with, niggas came with it, and I would expect nothing less because I'm coming with it every time.
Every time I hear a verse and you close it off, I said it sound like this nigga trying to go extra hard for whoever's on it. Like Conway, no matter what, he going in.
No matter what, facts, man. Because at the end of the day, man, this is a sport. You know what I'm saying? This is a competitive sport. You know what I mean? So I'm stepping in that booth with whoever is on that track with me and whatever given time, and I'm trying to assassinate them. And I'm 100% right now.
That's why the champions drink champagne.
You feel me?
Stay in your lane, ain't no fucking traffic.
Hey, you feel me?
All right, so this is the 50 years of hip hop. When you think about New York, always talk about the Bronx, but the proximity of it, and I know your father's from the Bronx, right?
Yo, where you getting this from?
Yo, look.
My pop's from Kingsbridge. You know what I'm saying? My pop's is from Kingsbridge. That's a fact.
I know that
Ogee
too.
Bronx nigga. You know what I mean? Word, man. He grew up with Kid Capri and, you know what I'm saying, on Sedgwick and all that. You know what I mean? Where a lot of that shit actually started. Word.
But how important is Harlem when we talk about New York City hip hop? Your inspirations from Harlem when it comes to this hip hop.
Oh man, that's what made me who I am. You know what I mean? Growing up in Harlem is different. See, it's like New York City is like the center of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely the financial capital, right? Yeah. And then Manhattan is the center of New York City. You know You know what I'm saying? It's Wall Street and all that shit. And then Harlem is the center of Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? So we get it's like almost like a financial training from birth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why most when you deal with Harlem niggas, you talk to Harlem niggas, everything is money, currency inspired. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's about. And we got our own little, 50, 55 blocks. That's ours. But then when we step out of that, we could actually step into a whole nother zone where people live completely different from what we used to because of the money that they got. You know what I'm saying? We got Upper West Side, we got, Lower East Side, you got, like I said, Wall Street and all that shit. And that's a train ride away from our hood and our slums, you know what I'm saying? So, we get different vantage points, you know what I'm saying? We got 42nd Street, Times Square that we could go to as kids and then go right back uptown to the project, you know what I'm saying? So, it definitely give you a different vantage point and you get to see the duality of the city, you know what I'm saying? And understand that the life that you live in ain't the only life that there is, you know what I'm saying? Because if you get some money, you can be downtown with these niggas, you know what I mean?
It's one of the best answers I've gotten so far. Niggas be giving some generic answers. He gave a real thoughtful answer. I appreciate that.
That's how I really feel. That's what I really seen. You know what I'm saying? You could see a dope fiend or a crackhead right here and then hop on the train and rub shoulders on a fucking, at a Starbucks or wherever, you know what I'm saying, with one of the richest niggas in America and you don't even know it. You know what I mean? So it'd be like that.
Now when it comes to rappers, right? I'll use Harlem and the Bronx, but since your pop's from the Bronx. Rappers from uptown that inspired you.
The first one was Mace. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Mace had the world on tilt. You know
Absolutely did.
He had us all with big hats on and niggas that wore earrings,
your
big
ears tucked in.
Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? The do-rag over your eyebrows, all that kind of shit, man. So it definitely was Mace first. And I went to the same high school he went to too in Manhattan Center on the east side. So, Mace was the first influence from the town because that's a nigga that if I step outside, I could see him, you know what I'm saying? I could see him, pulling up and, some new shit, whatever, shooting videos, whatever. So, that's definitely the first influence. And then Cam and the Dips, they carried that torch as I got a little older. And, you know how that go. They had the world on tilt as well.
Yeah, I heard you talking about waiting for Killer Season 2. Need Nym Lo in there.
Yeah, facts, man. That's a classic. You know what I mean? That's a classic.
Yo, he got great energy, man. Real cool, smooth, but he's a funny nigga too. You be saying something off the wall. That's that Harlem shit though. The humor,
man,
everything part of the music.
Niggas be on the corner, man. Niggas will heat niggas up if it's necessary. That's a
fact. It's the truth. True. So Nym Lo, let the people know how they can get in contact with you.
Social media, NYMLO, or IG, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get better with being on Twitter, TikTok. I fucking hate it. My manager Alina, she's trying to tell me like, yo, you gotta go on TikTok. I gotta get verified first. So until then, I ain't even fucking around with that.
You gotta pay a nigga to do that shit for you. Just send them on that airdrop everything over.
Word, but yeah, man, that's how, you know what I mean? Other than that, man, you might catch me on the flight, see me in the airport or something, man. Say what's up.
That's right. To the big horse, my man Nym Lo, Ogee Money, the push. Keep pushing.